Welcome to Therapy Through Cards. Welcome to your pick a card reading this afternoon. I'm so excited to be doing this reading. In this reading, we're going to be looking at why you are not for everyone. This is a topic that I kind of channeled, and I channeled it from my heart. And when I say I channel it from my heart, it's almost like when I received it, why you're not for everyone, I nearly had like a breakdown, emotional breakdown in the best way possible. So I was like, oh God, okay. There's something there that I need to uncover with you guys, okay? And when I say why you are not for everyone, this is in the best way possible. It's not where I'm like highlighting your flaws or why everyone finds you, annoying or difficult, or you know what I mean? So it's about, maybe my aim of this reading for you guys is to discover maybe some traits about yourself, characteristics, and anything else Spirit wants to bring forth that makes you stand out, that makes you shine, that you shouldn't try to get rid of, okay, about yourself. This is what makes you unique. This is what makes you stand out. And sometimes we overlook certain traits about ourselves just because we want to please other people, because we want to fit in. And so I'm kind of trying to go away from that stereotypical trying to be like everyone else, because there is, in this reading, if you found it, there is something really unique about you, and you don't need to be like everyone else. And that's what I'm trying to highlight here. And I don't know whether this video is going to be pretty popular or anything, but it's definitely something that I need to do. So I always listen to Spirit and what Spirit wants me to share. So let's get in it. You know the drill. If you're new, we have four piles today, and I actually don't have my pocket bag. Usually I have pocket bags with little intuitive messages. I will still give you an intuitive message, maybe at the end or whenever I feel the time is right. But I really wanted to go with crystals today. So they're pretty striking. So choose the pile that you're drawn to, and let's get straight into it. Okay, this is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. So let's get to pile number 1. Pile number 1's already giving me good feelings. It's interesting because as soon as I look at a pile, I'll get it's almost like a clear knowing, which is really interesting. So let's get into pile number 1. Why are you not for everyone? What makes you unique? What makes you stand out? What are the qualities and things about yourself that you may not even be aware of that you should really nurture and protect? And if no one likes it, then they can go to hell, in my opinion. And if I seem like I'm pausing, it's because I'm drinking my coffee. Yeah, so excuse that. So you guys chose the shell. So you guys didn't choose the crystal, which is very interesting, which makes you even stand out more. Hey, you're not even part of the crystal family, you're a shell. It's stunning though, isn't it? It's really striking. It's beautiful. It feels really smooth. You may like shells. You may like the beach. There's something very mermaid-like about this shell. You may be in your shell. You may like to hide in your shell. Maybe there's something that wants you to get out of your shell more. Maybe you crave to get out of your shell a little bit more. This is interesting. I'm kind of already picking up your energy. So you guys chose the self-care deck. All right, and I'm only going to say this because I don't usually use self-care decks or any other kind of deck that gives us some advice with how to look after ourselves, and you guys chose this beautiful deck. So good on you. You may already be looking after yourself, or there may be this aspect of you needing to do so more, okay? So if you guys don't know how I work, what I do is I'm highly clairsentient, which means I feel the energies of the cards, and that's how I channel, that's how I get your messages. I do sometimes have other clairs like clairaudient or clairvoyancy, so we'll just see what comes out. So what I will be doing is I'll be using a number of decks. The more cards, the better for me. That's how I read. So a bunch of tarot, oracle, intuitive messages. I'm just going to make sure that you guys can see that. Yes, you can. That's good. Okay. So let's tap into your energy. Why are you not for everyone? Pile number 1. Ooh, okay. This is interesting because I'm kind of already getting the vibe of you immediately channeling that you are highly important to people. Like, people value you, people, like, there's a lot of energy already that I'm picking up on close relationships, close connections, people, you're I don't know if you're highly loved in your family. Well, I hope you are, but I know that every family, it's all families aren't one big happy family, right? There's always stuff going on behind the scenes when it comes to families, but with you, I am getting this image that family is important. It's coming through straight away. So, it's almost like I just kind of feel that you keep the family together. You know how there's usually a person in a family that everyone kind of relies on to keep everyone together and connected, and there's always that one organizer. I feel like you take on that role. You know what I got? I don't watch the Kardashians often, but I got Khloe from Kardashians. She is so family orientated, and she cares about all her sisters, and she's giving me that vibe, your energy. Okay, so why you're not like everyone else, which is basically one of your amazing qualities, is that you're very family orientated and you keep your family close and connected and strong, and there is nothing that you cannot work out between your family members, or even those, if you don't have a strong family, I just feel like connections and relationships are really, really important for you. And it's almost like I can hear the ocean in my left ear, even though I haven't put the shell on my ear, but there is just that energy of intimate connections, but not in the romantic sense. I'm not getting that at the moment. So I think you should applaud yourself, and I think you should appreciate yourself for how much you're admired and why people love you so much within your family. We'll get to other areas of your life, but your family is very important. Okay, what else, Spirit? For part number 1, what makes them not like everyone else? Oh, wow. Spirit just said you guys are pretty organized. You like to have a plan. You're quite structured. You may, I don't know if you like to write, or if I'm just getting like an image of a notepad and a pen, and you just may like to use your mind. It'll be interesting to see whether you get Swords energy, but you have an active mind. That's coming through as well. I just get this kind of, I'm also getting like drawing or creating diagrams or systems, or like that's the energy I'm getting here. Maybe a little bit nerdy, but it's cute. You may like to doodle, or like, oh, you guys may be like the type of people that like to record or collect things, memories. Like, you know, those people that constantly compulsively document their life, or just want to make sure that they have memories, and it's not out of feeling incomplete, it's just because it's meaningful for you. It, like, just that value of connections and relationships and families. You know, you may have a lot of photos on your phone. You may be the type of people that even keep emails. Like, there's something about keeping certain information in your notes on your phone, and I don't think a lot of people know about this or something, or you don't really talk about it. You may have a very good memory as well, in terms of just taking what people say in very, very well, and processing it and bringing it up when it's relevant. Maybe that's why you're very good at relationships, because you understand. You really listen to people. Far out. There it is. That makes you unique. That makes you why you're not for everyone. It's so fascinating. Like, I'm not even having a look at your cards, and we're going to get more cards because this is like a little spread for me. I like to have like an extra row, but because of my camera, it's really hard for you guys to see clearly all the cards. So I will be adding more cards towards the end. This is really interesting. I'm also sensing some of you guys may be students. Like right now, I'm just channeling what's coming through. The cards will really give us an idea about exactly why you're not for everyone. But not a lot of people may have their, this is funny. I mean, it's not funny, but it's just coming through very clearly. So when I say things are funny, it's kind of my interpretation of, wow, that was a clear message. I don't know how that two relate, but anyway. So people may not have the attention span to appreciate how much you take in of other people and care about other people and listen to people. And maybe that frustrates you, or maybe that there's just something there that you may take on as, oh, am I not cool enough, or not interesting enough, or am I boring, or is that, do I need to be a little bit more unplanned or unfocused? But you don't need to. You don't need to. That's what makes you stand out, is that is a good quality, right? Okay. I don't know if I'm explaining myself clearly, but you would be able to explain yourself clearly. You're very purposeful and intentional with your words. Okay. I'm almost sensing that you may have quite a bit of an education. You know, you've studied a bit. You may be studying. There's just something very studious about you and nerdy in the best way possible. You may have a lot of knowledge. You may read a lot. There's just that Mercury energy coming through. Tied with Uranus as well. I'm sensing you're intelligent, okay? And other people may not be able to reach your level or maintain the attention to really listen and take in what you have to say and be able to respond intelligently like you. That's why you're not for everyone, okay? But it doesn't mean that they don't appreciate you. You just have to find someone maybe that with a little bit of that likes to learn. That's big here, huge. Anyway, let's get into your cards because I could channel all day. I'm going to have a look at your center cards. You have the Chariot. Aha, look at that. Oh, I want to have a look at some other cards. And you have Gossip. Okay, so we got some darker kind of colors coming through, which is nice. I always look at colors because colors really provoke emotions, and colors can speak give so many messages without even me paying attention to what it says on the card. So there's something very calm about you. Pile number one, calm, collective, and even sophisticated, which I love. We also have the Chariot. So what does the Chariot represent? Chariot represents direction. It represents moving in a direction that is clear and has momentum behind. It's almost like with the Chariot, it's interesting. I always feel like the Chariot is, you have a direction, you have your eye on something, and you're going after it because you have that drive, you know? This Chariot's really interesting because this Chariot is leaping over a stream of water. So it's almost like this Chariot has a little bit more, I don't want to say like extra courage to leap over a stream where I just keep getting that you help balance people in terms of their emotions, or even just let me get it, guys, because your energy is very it's tricky to put into words. So this Chariot, I'm getting a completely different channel as well. A Spirit does that to me. Sometimes Spirit will just out of nowhere give me something where you may secretly, okay, see the doves there? We have the white and we have the black, which makes me kind of feel like yin yang. It makes me feel like balance. You're very calm and collective, okay? But interestingly enough, this person, okay, right here, doesn't look very calm, okay? Yes, he looks like he is flowing in the air gracefully, yes. But it still stands out. It's still quite bold, and it's quite a spontaneous sort of moment, you know, leaping in the air. I honestly feel like that's something that you may struggle with. You may want to kind of come out of your shell. This may be something that you desire, okay? This is why you're not for everyone. I think you will get there. Maybe you have a little bit of a, I don't want to say block, but there is just, we'll have a look at the other cards. I think you will. I definitely think you're going to come out of your shell a little bit more. But this is exactly what you look like when you come out of your shell. Maybe you secretly desire that. It's interesting because Spirit is telling me that you can be both, right? You can act a little impulsive and rash and not so conservative, okay? Because this energy is a bit conservative. I will say that. It's practical, it's rational, it's beautiful. By the way, people respect you. You definitely have goals. You definitely are a future thinking person, meaning that you like to plan ahead with the Chariot. Let's have a look what you're leaping onto. I'll get to the gossip card in a minute, but you're leaping in this direction. Can you see that? I definitely feel like that's you. Also, Chariot is Cancer energy, so you may be Cancer. Don't have to be. The Mentor. You're a mentor. I'm not surprised. I love this card. I love the Mentor card. So that could be something that what makes you not like everyone else is that you, oh God, it goes so well with the gossip. Can you see that? So you may be a role model. I think I honestly get role model energy. I get an advocate. I get, you may even be a Libra. I'm also getting like Libra energy. You're just very good at weighing up two sides of a story. You're very good at, I just saw a butterfly. You're very good at understanding, two sides of a story, giving really good advice, seeing a situation realistically. It's so interesting because your energy is not chaotic. It's not emotional. It's not extreme. It's all very level-headed, even though I haven't had a look at your other cards. So people may come to you. I honestly felt like people may see you as a mentor in your family. You help guide people. With the gossip, let's have a look. Awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honoring trust. People trust you. I honestly don't feel like you're material for people to gossip about. There's nothing really, there isn't anything that people can gossip about you that is interesting or lively or, and that's a good thing. You don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want to be targeted as someone that could be gossiped about because you don't buy into it. You don't give off that energy. You know, gossip comes from a level of energy, a level of immaturity, a level of not just a level of wanting to be involved and part of being socially acceptable. And I think you're really okay with being by yourself. I'm getting this energy of like being attached, but still maintaining really strong connections with people where you're the wise one. You're the one that people rely on. Reliability is huge here. And I'm going to have a look at this card because I can kind of see if there's a big task that needs doing and seems insurmountable, do just one thing that will get you closer to your goal. Write it down and tick it off your list. You'll feel so much better taking baby steps. Sorry, I'm just saying that because I was like, you like to write lists or you like to write things down. And it says here, tick it off. And I think that would be very satisfying for you. And this is this is so nice. Maybe this is your approach. So if there is an insurmountable task where an average person, if they were faced with it, they would be completely overwhelmed. They would maybe give up. They wouldn't be smart enough or intelligent enough to realize that it's just about breaking a big task down step by step. And I think that's a very analytical way in terms of achieving a goal. So I honestly feel like you already do that, and that is amazing. Let's keep going. Success, recognition, rewards, moving forward. So we're talking, okay. And the Chariot is moving forward. So ultimately I can kind of get a sense of where you will be in the future or where you are right now, all right? And the colors are just so grounding. I feel so calm. Usually blue can represent maybe sadness or like even rocky emotions or conflict to do with our emotions. But here I feel so stable. So you're like a rock. And it's interesting because this shell is so solid. I'm also sensing that with the mentor, you are solid for people in their life. You know, you may have people tell you things that they won't tell everyone else. And I also want you to know that you unintentionally, informally mentor people. And going back to a bit about your future or currently, you may actually mentor people, which brings you recognition, reward, success with this medal. Like you have a medal, and it just tells me that maybe some of you guys are studying really, really hard, or you have just the knowledge that gains you the recognition and the rewards. It's not being famous or recognized for something shallow. It's something that you have knowledge with the mentor. It's something that you've studied, dissected. It's just giving me that energy. Like you read a lot. I get that vibe. You may just like to capture a lot of information and you can process it really quickly. And let's have a look at the zodiac sign. Scorpio. Wow. It came up in my last reading. So you may be a Scorpio. It's interesting because Scorpio, this particular one, for your energy, the Scorpio here is telling me that there is something that it's just giving me this intense observation or this intense focus or this energy for you to master something, especially because it's next to the mentor. You have a depth of knowledge, okay? And people come to you. Sometimes this mentor could represent other people, but I definitely feel like it's you. And this is what makes you not for everyone, because you like to dig deep with the Scorpio. That's Scorpio. And it says here, secretive, possessive, masterful, thoughtful. You're very thoughtful. Scorpio could also represent the type of work that you do or your interests as well. You know, Scorpios, a range of things, but usually they like things that are hidden, things that are of human nature, the mind, that is very much a Scorpio fascination with how people work. And with the mentor, you're very good at that. You're very good at understanding people. That's huge here. Let's keep going. The 10th house, your house. Oh, wow. Why you're not for everyone. Also, what I am getting. This is another thing that I'm just getting. Let me have a sip of my coffee. You're willing to put everything that you have with the Scorpio into something that you're interested in or that you want to learn here, or a task. Okay? You're very fixed because Scorpio is a fixed sign. You have a lot of water here as well. Chariots, Cancer, Scorpio, which is a water sign, and then Scorpio is a water sign. So you might be a water sign. But even though I do get like a very, like, maybe some of you guys have mastered your emotions, or I'm just not getting any emotional baggage here, which is great. So I don't know what you've done. We'll have a look at the other cards. Maybe you're a little bit detached from your emotions. That could be a thing, and that's okay. But you're definitely very analytical. You're in your mind. And I totally lost track what I wanted to tell you. So yeah. So pineapple, when you're very fixed on, it's almost like tunnel vision. So when there is something that you're very passionate about, or something that you want to achieve, or something that you want to know every single little bit about, it takes up all your time. So you may not have other time for other things. Other things may get neglected. So what? You have a passion with Scorpio. The energy is intense. Some people may not be able to meet you at that level. Remember when I was, it's interesting because I just went to McDonald's drive-through to get my coffee, and Spirit just keeps giving me this image of you or someone. I know you're not, I know you probably don't go to McDonald's, I don't know, but in the car and talking to someone, but the person that is trying to listen to you just has trouble comprehending, or they just don't know how to match your level of intensity in the way that you speak or with what you're talking about. That's the energy that I'm getting, and that's the vision I keep getting. And then people may just be like, oh, you're so knowledgeable. I mean, they love it that you are very masterful in what you know and what you, like, your goals. Like, I feel like you have goals here, but they may not be able to match that because they don't have so much energy to put into something. They may not even have anything they're passionate about on such a deep level. And that's maybe why you're not for everyone. But I tell you that the road to success is often lonely. And you've got the success, you've got the medal. So if you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling maybe that people look at you and they just look at you blankly, or they just aren't able to match that level that you work on, I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. It's just what makes you not like everyone else, okay? You're also very wise with the owl. Owls represent wisdom. And it's interesting because it's like this owl looks like they're about to hug me or give me a hug or tell me something very comforting. So as much as you're very analytical and very practical and level-headed, I just feel you do have advice for people that is worth sharing and can help change people's lives. And with the 10th house, and okay, so we're talking about, okay, if you don't exactly know a little bit about your future, but I think you do, just know with the small steps and breaking down something that may appear to be insurmountable to you right now will lead to success, recognition, rewards. Look what it's freaking above. The 10th house, reputation, recognition, reputation. You're going to have a very good reputation. Look at what the 10th house represents: career, responsibilities. I knew you were very responsible. Achievement, competence, fame, authority figures, legacy. Like, maybe there's a legacy that you're very, very, very focused on, and you're just going with it step by step. But as I said before, you may actually not even like engage in gossip, okay? If people do gossip about you, it's it's in the sense of maybe they find you intimidating, okay? But I don't think you get that much gossip. But with the Chariot, there is something about you needing to... I just feel like with this man jumping, leaping in the air, maybe you struggle and maybe you feel like, because I'm also getting with this shell like hermit vibe, maybe you feel like, okay, how do I balance me getting out, being social, even though you're very good with your relationships? I said that at the beginning. But maybe part of you desires to just be a bit more free, because that man's very free. Let's keep going. Let's have a look at this card. Rejuvenate. Rejuvenate. Ah. As maybe some of you desire to rejuvenate yourself a little bit more. It's interesting because I said in another reading, my previous pick a card reading, there was a card that represented rejuvenation. Interesting. And it comes up in this one. Yeah. I will say, pile number 1, because you do have 2 water signs, and we have rejuvenate, and we have a stream here that you're jumping over, there is this feeling that I'm getting that you may want to emotionally express yourself a little bit more, rather than staying so much in your mind and being responsible. There is just this part of me that feels like you want to maybe express your feelings or your emotions in a way that feels rejuvenating, right? Let's go going. The storyteller with the mentor. Ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. That is something that maybe you're very good at and what makes you not like everyone else. So you're a storyteller. Maybe you're very good at like mentoring people through stories. Yeah. You may be able to understand symbols. Like, she's reading a book. That's crazy. I do kind of feel like you maybe have many different like systems that you follow in your life or you try to implement in your life. Wow. Let's keep going. The Hermit. I did say that, didn't I? Oh, and the Hermit is Virgo energy. Wow. Wisdom of solitude, and you have it with the Scorpio, and it's interesting because we have color synchronicity. That green here is like the same as the Scorpio, and it's with the Scorpio, and Scorpios are very private, and so is this hermit energy, which is very private, being by yourself. And she's blue as well, and there's lots of blue here. It's interesting because it's kind of like some of you guys may want to go from this hermit into this man, right? Yeah. Oh, I love this energy. It's so different. It's beautiful because this is what not makes you like everyone else. And I am so grateful to be in this energy. So some of you guys do need to maybe have a day where you're not completely devoted to your career or your goals or your success, because it's very much highlighted here. You could definitely have tunnel vision and just forget maybe to have a day where you do what you want to do and go out and not have a plan, not have a system. Completely just wake up and just see where the day takes you. Focusing on your intuition. Because Scorpios do have a very good sense of intuitions, tied with the owl, yes. You have wisdom twice. You're very wise. You may be a wise old soul. You may get told that just because we have wisdom and then we have wisdom. What an amazing energy. So some of you may think, you know, I'm not so socially fun, or I'm not spontaneous, or I'm not cool. But that's not what makes you like everyone else. You are highly fixated on something that you deem as passionate, a responsibility, or an achievement that you want, and you're going after it, and you're giving it your all, more than the average person would. And that is why it pays off. That's why it pays off. If it hasn't paid off already, it will. Just know that your small steps are leading you to recognition, rewards, reputation. I'm also sensing, okay, for some of you, I don't know if this is going to resonate for everyone, but it's just what I'm getting. You may be quite traditional in the sense of maybe one of your family members is a doctor or has some sort of profession, and you want to live up to that and you follow in their footsteps. That's definitely highlighted here. Doesn't have to be for everyone, but I thought I'd mention it. Okay, so let's get your intuitive messages. I was going to get other cards, but it's already 35 minutes, so I hope something resonated for you guys. What makes you not like everyone else? Let's have a look at what Spirit wants to share. Attached. Yeah, you're attached. It's on the take baby steps. But then we have rejuvenated, which tells me have a day off where you don't have a plan. And you do something that makes you feel like that. Yeah. Start a business. Okay, so with the 10th house, career, reputation, and the success and recognition, maybe that's what you're doing with the small steps. And it's going to be successful. You may already be there. Takes up a lot of your time. That's why you're in hermit mode. That's why you're kind of in your shell. Maybe people see you as, wow, this person is really important to me, but I never really see them. Connection. Okay, so there could be, with the Chariot, maybe some of you guys want a connection with someone. Maybe that's how you can rejuvenate yourself. Maybe a closer connection with someone intimately. Even though your cards are not highlighting anything romantic, it's very much a business, it's very much career, it's very much your goals. But it's interesting. Stop worrying, your angels are with you. Okay, so this could be, it's interesting because this could be highlighting the fact that if you are worrying, Spirit saying your angels are with you. But I'm also kind of leaning more towards the fact that you help other people not have to worry. Especially with the mentor and the storyteller. Like you're able to sum up a person's situation and make them feel more comfortable and reassured. That's so strong here with the storyteller or the mentor. And then we have a new start to try the very thing that petrifies you, but will take you to what you desire most. So desire with Scorpio. There's something that you do desire. Okay, this is another thing that's coming through. As much as you are very fixated and you're very focused on something, there is this possibility that you could possibly even stretch yourself further. Because we have here, there is something that Spirit wants you to start that is new, that is petrifying. And it's interesting how we've got the Hermit, which is kind of like the whole thing with you picking the shell is like come out of your shell even more. So maybe there is something here, and I just felt really lightheaded when I said that. Whoa, why? Why would I feel lightheaded? Okay, I'm going to take that as a sign that Spirit really wants you to just take something even further. Is there something that petrifies you right now? Because there's something that you do want to start, and Spirit's kind of saying you can do it now. The time is now. Yes. Okay, I'm going to leave your reading there, my lovelies. I hope something resonated in this reading. This is why you're not meant for everyone. It's beautiful. I'm so honored to be able to get your messages today. If anything resonated in this reading, feel free to leave a comment. I love your feedback. If you like my style of readings, please make sure that you subscribe for future readings. Okay, let's get into pile number 2. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. Today we are having a look at why you're not like everyone else and why you're not meant to be like everyone else. Okay, so I will be highlighting your overall character, maybe some characteristics and a bit about your personality and your traits, and we may pick up things that are happening in your life right now in the present or in the future or in the past, and we'll see what wants to come through, because sometimes Spirit will bring things through that I can't predict. So you guys chose the rose quartz. So what I'll do is I will shuffle on camera and we will channel. We'll get a bunch of oracle, tarot, and intuitive messages. And if you guys don't know, I'm highly clairsentient, which means I feel the energies of the cards. And the energies from the cards will give me your messages, okay? I do have other clairs. We'll just see what wants to come through today. So let's see what I can get from you for pile number 2. Oh, okay. I just got a complete auditory message. Watch where you are going. Watch where you are going. All right, I'm just going to take that. It was a very blunt message. So there is somewhere that you're going and you need to watch out. I think it's in the way of like, so you don't get distracted. So it's kind of like giving me this energy of having a vision and holding on to that vision, or just making sure that you've set this intention. So let's just stick with it. It's that kind of energy. So, because I'm always looking at the energy around the auditory message. Because isn't that like when someone says something, it's always based on the tone of the voice, whether we want to take it in, you know, how we take it in. So you need to watch out for something. What else? Let's see. For pile number 2. Why are they not meant for everyone? Why are they not meant for everyone? These energies are so lovely. You kind of got like a similar energy to pile number 1, but a little bit more whimsical, or you have your own little world. I'm getting this image. Okay, I know you're probably not going to be a little boy. I don't think you're 8 years old or 7 years old. If you are, wow, why are you watching my pick a card readings? But good on you if you want to watch it. But I'm getting this image of a little boy who's in a lounge room and he is trying to figure out how to put this jigsaw puzzle together. And he's so focused and he's so content, but he's in his own little world. He doesn't really notice anything around him. So I'm kind of getting the sense of you're happy in your own little world. You're happy doing maybe certain activities that are quite solitary. Or, I mean, a puzzle isn't solitary. You could do a puzzle with people, but your energy is so calm and quiet and almost like you're not on this planet as well. You're just in your own world. And we may have a look a little bit about what your world looks like with the cards, which will be really special. So some of you guys may be quite introverted. I'm not getting a real extroverted, loud vibe where you like to interact and be seen. And I think you're extremely bright. Wow. Bright in the way where you could be a little bit, I know this isn't going to resonate for everyone, but you know how some people are super bright and they're like autistic, or they're on the spectrum in some way. I'm not saying you don't have to be, but it's just giving me that energy of you're very bright. There's something distinctive about you that makes people feel like they could see you as you have maybe some diagnostic trait. And even if you do or you don't, there's just something there that people distinctly notice about you. It could easily label just because they can't really see it in themselves. And that's terrible. I mean, I don't think you can't relate to people. I think you can you could talk, and you have friends, and you know, you're very well loved, but there is something about you being okay in your own world and maybe a little bit detached. You're super bright. Super bright child. You may also like video games. I know that's coming through. I don't know why a little boy's coming through. I know you guys are not little boys, but maybe as a little child you used to like puzzles, or you used to like maybe activities that weren't like normal children. Even though video games are like a normal child activity, but there is something advanced about this energy. Something like, it's kind of like the energy where you may have even been so smart that you could skip a grade. It's that kind of energy that's coming through. You may have felt like you were a little bit of an outcast. It didn't get along with the popular people at school, or you just had no interest. So like you couldn't even care. You know what I mean? It's that kind of vibe. What do I want to give you? I want to give you astrology. Okay. And it's interesting because I would never have picked that the rose quartz would come with this energy. So rose quartz is about having just a really open heart with the rose quartz. Very calming, soothing, and loving, and it's just giving me this energy of being at peace with yourself and finding things that fascinate you. It's like even some of you guys may like the Rubik's Cube. That's coming through. Something like that. You know what I mean? Like, people may look at you and like, wow, you're a prodigy. Just the vibe I'm getting. So let's keep going. Let's have a look. So why are you not like everyone else? And my ear just rang, which means I get ringing in my ears. So there's something super, super unique and like distinctive about you. And that's why you're not like everyone else. And another thing is that you just like your own time. You like your own space. You like to do your own interests. You don't like people to and you don't care if people are wanting your time or your attention. There may be this little bit of awkwardness as well, okay, in social situations. It's not huge. I think you still have friends and you're still good at like socializing, but you may feel like you may be a little bit self-conscious with the way that you handle social situations because you're not like everyone else. Oh, there we go. We have electricity. Oh, wow. Oh, electricity. Very sciencey, isn't it? Very nerdy. It's interesting because pile number 1 got nerdy too. But yours is in a different way. Yours is in the sense of like, you're a lot more quieter. Do you speak much? I don't know if you speak that much. I'm not getting a lot of speaking. Pile number 1 had like more of a they're very good at communicating, and I'm not saying that you're not, but it's almost like I am getting like the silent, observant kind of energy. Electricity, there is something electric about you. You may like things that are involved with electricity. You may find that fascinating. Let's keep going. We have the 5 of Swords. Let's keep going. I want to get a lot of your cards. We have a male. Well, he doesn't look like a little boy, but a male is involved. So you may be a male, or there is... It's interesting. The male with the rose quartz. This is... Okay. Your energy is a little bit complex. It's a little bit like, you gotta kind of really try to understand. It may come with layers. You may have layers to your personality. People may not really understand how to... People may not understand what goes on in your mind. But there is something super, super bright about you with electricity. It's like, you're just a prodigy at something. Maybe you are. What is it? There's something that you can do that no one else can do. 5 of Swords. especially with this energy, it's really, it gives me this, like, you may prick people at first. Because this Five of Swords, okay, I know, okay, Five of Swords has the same meaning, right? Every Five of Swords tarot card has the same meaning, but I never read it the same for each different tarot deck. Completely different tarot deck, completely different image, completely different energy. So this Five of Swords has a hand, and we can see that there are little swords just pricking, just little pricks. So this gives me this vibe that at first meeting, or there is just something where people feel like when they meet you, there's this prick. Not in a bad way, but you give off, like, people feel like an electric shock. Why did I say shot? With electricity, with this, like, the swords pricking you, it's almost like people get like an electric shock. But it's intriguing, it's interesting. It's like, oh, that's different. Ouch, I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm fascinated and I want to know more. Yeah, but the male, because I know a lot of my people that read my videos are not male, so we'll see where this male comes in. I'm going to have a look at this card here next to the male. Look forward. Oh, look forward. What do we do when we look forward? Male. Something big's happening in your life with a male. Significant's going to happen with a male. We'll keep having a look at the other cards to get more information. If you're not a male, there is a significant male influence that will be in your life. There could be a male in your life right now. And, whew, I don't know. There's something. Maybe it's this male that's getting this little electric shock. But, you know, he loves you deeply. Like, the connection. If you are in a relationship and it's a male, it's a good energy, okay? He loves you for who you are. 10th house, okay. Your achievements and your status in the outside world. That's so fascinating. So you may, okay, your work. Oh my God. Did I say something about science and we have like an astronaut? There's something very sciencey about you. If you feel like you're not like into science or you're not fascinated by it, this just kind of tells me that there is something that you're good at, okay? Regardless whether it's science or not. But we have a person who looks like he's on the moon or a planet, which is pretty significant. But the 10th house is all about your career and your achievements and your status. And we have a male up here. So there may be some sort of male in your work that comes through and has a big influence on you. I'm also feeling like because this male's in a suit, he is very well looked after. He looks like he has just come up with some amazing, brilliant idea, or done some sort of achievement that is rare, okay? Giving me a prodigy. If you're not a male, it's just that kind of energy coming off it. It's like he's dressed to get an award. He's dressed to show off his remarkable mind in some way with the electricity and the 5 of Swords. So look forward to this 10th house, specifically this card, because it says your achievements. So you're going to have status in the world. Your 10th house may be really important for you just because it's something that intrigues you and fascinates you deeply. The eternal child. Oh, and what was I saying? A little child, a little boy kept coming through. What makes you not like everyone else is that, oh God, like you've never let go of your inner child because your inner child's always been this way. Like I'm tapping into your inner child. So good on you for not losing your inner child. And it's fascinating because I kind of feel like, can you see the sun there? And it's almost like what this person is releasing. So something from your your childhood plays really, really important here in your reading and your future. Let's keep going. Ooh, highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it will bring to your life. Okay. So this is giving me like an energy of resistance. It's giving me an energy of maybe not being like everyone else. It's kind of giving me that vibe, but you will have to come to a time in your life, pile number 2, to accept the fact that you owning your uniqueness and your differentness is going to empower you, give you more energy here with electricity. It's almost like you have way more potential, even though you're seems so much in your potential to other people. There is so much more heights that you can strive towards. Like, imagine if you had a little bit more confidence in yourself. Confidence. The Thief. Look at all your cards. They're all very, very blue and like regal and like, Sheds light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. Yes. Yes. So interesting. He's wearing a coat and like a suit and there's a lot of male influence here. But I will say that with the child internal, you do have like your inner child, which is like Leo energy, which is like you have the ability to be extremely creative. That's the vibe I'm getting here. Okay, it represents your creativity, your brilliance, your geniusness, which I'm getting. It's electrifying to people. It may even prick people, but in a good way. People know that if they challenge you, they're gonna get pricked. Like, you're just able to prove yourself or your point or your argument, and people have no freaking hope. They're just not that smart as you. The Thief, though, the Thief is interesting because it just tells me that you have more potential in yourself. But there's also something about you that can never be stolen from other people. Something that you've kind of attained from childhood. Aries, the radical. Yeah, radical. Active, self-starting, daring, assertive, fiery. On a mission, bossy. It is giving me, pile number 2, that Aries energy here is very independent, and you are very independent. And the Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and Aries is the baby, right? The youngest. You got the inner child here. So I am sensing that maybe something that you do or your skill is something that you developed from your childhood, or it just comes off as maybe a hobby in your childhood, or just this energy of youthfulness in what you do. It's almost like you didn't have to do so many degrees or study too hard to be a genius at something in your life. It's just a natural skill, and that's what I'm getting here with the radical. It does change people's lives. I'm even getting like Elon Musk here. I just, that kind of vibe. Then we have the Two of Pentacles. Okay. Two of Pentacles is about juggling 2 things, okay? Can you see that? So you may have a number of interests. You may have a number of skills that you're very good at. Because we have your achievements. Can you see that with the 10th house? It's not your achievement. It's your achievements. So you're going to have many achievements in your life. But there's something with your energy. It's so cool. It's like you're super cool with the sunglasses, and you're dressed really well. You look really good. You're just so well put together. But like I said, there's something a little I'm also feeling with electricity, it's giving me this vibe of interest, like you're eccentric. Yeah. Okay. Let's get your intuitive messages. What does Spirit want to share with you? Let's give a little vibe. Let's see. These may be related to why you're not like everyone else. But they could just be general messages from Spirit that you need to know right now. Yeah. Could be also, I'm getting Aquarius vibe, like revolutionizing something in society or the way people do things. Focus on living more in the moment, okay? Maybe that's something that you need to do right now. Increase in spiritual matters, learning deeply how you connect to Spirit the best. High intuition and follow your gut instincts. You'll have some profound insights. Wow. So trusting your intuition more. Following your gut instincts. There are some insights that are meant for you. A lump sum of money is yours. Wow. So focus on what you love doing, because that's what the inner child is all about, the eternal child. Something that gives you joy. Could earn you a lot of money. I honestly feel like you'll get money. It's okay to feel lost. This is where you find what is meant for you. Be open. The possibilities are endless. Yeah. I think that's just what it means, pile number 2. Just know that if I do kind of sense that some of you may have days where you feel a bit down or a bit low or a bit flat. Just because you're so, I don't know what it is, but I just feel like you're just doing your own thing, you're in your own vibe. That make you question things. Because we feel like we are connected and we belong when we follow the crowd, right? And it says here it's okay to feel lost. So maybe when you're on your own, you feel sometimes, not all the time, because I kind of feel like you love your own company, that you get a little bit like lost. But Spirit's like, it's okay. Be open to the possibilities. It's endless. And then we have breaking down walls of your old self and being more open and social to those you love, reconnection with relationships. Yeah, so it's interesting because we have here the Aries radical, which is kind of like independent energy. You know, they don't want something really clingy and like, they're very affectionate, but they just don't want to depend on people in terms of intimacy and relationships, right? They're just very much, they like to do their own thing and they like the other person to do their own thing. But here it says break down walls of old self and be more open. So Spirit wants you to be more open to your social life, okay? And know that you can connect with relationships intimately and that you have love to offer. Like, look at this little thief. He has a little heart and he's opening his jacket. He's like, I have a little heart here to give. I have a bit of love here to give. I'm opening up my jacket. I'm not fully opening it, but it's like kind of tucked away, which is really cute. Also here with the 2 Pentacles, this may be something that you're juggling, you know, you're juggling a bit about your personal life and your work life or your interests and then your love life. There's something here about juggling your being open and then being closed off, okay? All right. I think I'm going to leave your reading there. Pile number 2. That is why you're not meant for everyone. It's beautiful. I love your energy. Okay. If anything resonated, feel free to leave a comment in the comments. I always love your feedback. Or make sure to subscribe for future videos. Okay, let's get to pile number 3. Wow. Oh, I like this energy. I mean, I like all the energies, but instantly I can already feel your energy coming through quite quickly. Pile number 3. We are reading today about why you're not meant for everyone. And it's a good topic. It's not like I'm here saying that you are you have this flaw, or this is something negative about you. It's not as positive, okay? This is what makes you unique. This is what makes you stand out. This is what makes you special, beautiful. That's what I'm talking about here today. We may touch on your past energy, your future energy, and anything else Spirit wants to bring through. What I'm going to be using today is Oracle, Tarot, Intuitive Messages. I'm going to read the energies of the cards. I'm highly clairsentient. Oh, some of these cards are like facing forward. Oh, that does not help me. So the energy that I picked up for you guys straight away, pile number 3, is just a different to the other two. It's a little bit more energetic. You hold yourself very well in social situations. You're confident in socializing. You may like to do that. It's not the socializing where you're out having a rave in your backyard. I don't even know why that came through, but it's not like completely partying till 1 a.m. or getting wasted at the club every weekend. It's not that kind of energy. It's more sophisticated. It's more, it's interesting. It's kind of like giving me this networking vibe of, you know, I'll only kind of talk to people that will help me further my career, or just they are an asset to me. They're on the same level as me. So maybe a little bit more selective with your socializing, but you nonetheless love to connect with people to help benefit your goals or your achievements, or what you're trying to get out of what you're trying to get out of your life. And we have one pop out, so I'm going to use it. You may have a soul tribe. Like, that's the energy of this. You actually may have a soul tribe. So I think you don't mind leading a group. I think you'll be good at groups, but it just has to be the people that are on your wavelength. So we're talking about what makes you stand out. So what makes you stand out is okay. Spirit just channeled, you're very good at seeing the good in a situation. So you're not very pessimistic. You're not very condescending. You're not very bleak and just see everything as a existential crisis. No. There's something really tasteful about you as well. I'm getting Libra. The star sign Libra is coming through just because they're so elegant and tasteful and socially delightful. You don't have to be Libra. It's just that's the energy I'm getting. But I sense you love to connect people with other people of like-minded interests, or it's that person. I know a person in my life, but where they have a lot of acquaintances, okay? And they know that there's a person that could benefit with meeting another person that you know. It's like networking. Yeah, you're good at that. You like it. It's what makes you stand out. It's what makes you not like everyone else. You can see what people need. You can see and you know a person that would be able to help another person out, which is lovely. You're very good at that. You do maybe very, very tasteful. You look really nice. You dress nice. Very Venus energy, but with a bit of air, like, this is such a nice energy. I'm just like, I know my moon is in Libra, but like, I just sense that this kind of Libra energy is more social. Okay, so you like to be social. You like to be social. You may be a great host, by the way. It's not telling me that you can't be by your... Wow. I knew that was going to happen at one point in my videos, but Spirit was just about to say that you don't mind your own space as well. Okay. But you just feel useful. Like, you like to feel useful. That's coming through. Let me get your archetype cards. You guys can see all that, can't you? Yeah. You have great taste as well. You may also have a really pretty smile. I don't know, that just came out of nowhere. When things come out of nowhere, I know that's like a very clear channel for someone. Let's get you a astrology card. We're gonna go with the zodiac sign. So why are you not like everyone else? You're in demand as well. People want to like hang out with you all the time, always calling you up, always, that you're very likable. Like, you're just getting Libra. Libra just keeps coming through that energy. I also just got the visual image of Audrey Hepburn. Just came through. That's very, very random. You may like Breakfast at Tiffany's. There is just that Audrey Hepburn. Maybe you just have that kind of look. You may have that energy of hers, but she has a pretty smile and she's very likable, right? And not a lot of people can, like, because it comes through you having self-confidence, and you're also quite humble at the same time. Like, there is no ego here. I don't sense an ego. Let's keep going. Let's have a look at the two cards that popped out, because when two cards turn over, it's called the pick me cards, which means that these cards want to be read first. So let's have a look. We have encouragement. You can do it and go for it. What makes you stand out, or what kind of, I'm always saying stand out, but it's almost like what doesn't make you like everyone else, is the fact that you are very encouraging and supportive. You're very optimistic. Like I said, you're not like having an existential crisis every minute of your life. You genuinely believe in people. You may see potential in people and you just want to kind of nurture it, and you just know how to build on it, which is a skill, which is amazing. You may know the right connections to help people expand and go further in their life, which is really nice. Whispers of Mother Earth, creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, channel. Okay, so remember, this is the card that first came out. And she's beautiful, isn't she? She's like, oh. Is that roses? Oh my God, it is. Yeah, sort of. So, creativity and ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, channel. So those keywords could be very important to you. It's what makes you not like everyone else. Very creative energy. With the whispers of the Mother Earth, it kind of tells me that there may be something that you're wanting to give birth. You may give birth to something creative. You may have creative ideas that you act on. There is something inspirational about you. You may have a particular art. Yeah. And the channel just means that you possess all this potential. And you may actually help other people unleash their creativity just because it's next to the encouragement. You can do it card as well. Let's have a look at your tarot. The moon. Oh, wow. I love this moon. It reminds me like kind of like, it's an interesting, because it's the moon's inside, isn't it? She's got an eye there. Oh, let's have a look at the other tarot. Steady progress. The Four of Coins. Wow. Okay, so let's have a look at the moon, and let's have a look at the creativity card here. So you channel art through your emotions. So instead of using your emotions in a very dark, bleak way, it's interesting because in the last reading I was like, they had art, the artist, but the way that their art stood out was through something provocative, something that was like uncomfortable, makes you feel something a little bit uncomfortable. Yeah. Anyway, this is kind of like the opposite. This moon, this art that comes through from your emotions is just, it lights up. Like it just inspires people with the inspiration. It's brings people together. It's almost like giving me this vibe, okay, pile number 3, of if you're in a God, why is it giving me like all these parties from like The Great Gatsby? I'm just going to use The Great Gatsby because it came through. So they have maybe some musicians playing at Gatsby's party. That is the kind of energy here with the musical influence of the moon. It's pleasant. It brings people together and have a very good time and feel good, and just, it's like drunken love energy. You know, everyone's really happy. It's not something like intense or deep or defective. Then we have the steady progress with the Four of Coins. I just get progress. I get the fact here that you can help build people up. You can help. Oh, it's giving me that. Spirit is giving me the fact that if you, I know this is like a common example, but if you had $1, you'd know how to turn that $1 into, I don't know, like $100. It's that kind of vibe with the Four of Pentacles. I've just channeled that, which is really interesting. So you're very resourceful and you know how to build. That's what makes you not like everyone else. Let's have a look at your archetype. The thread. Oh. That threw me off in a good way, So, okay, already getting a channel for this, but I want to have a look at the surrounding cards. Oh, wow. The Knight. The Knight. I love the Knight because it's loyalty, romance, chivalry, and a love of honor. So you give off that vibe, especially with the romance. Can you see the loyalty, romance, a love of honor? They are respected, by the way. Knights are respected. They have a reputation. You have a very good reputation, by the way. But I keep coming back to you doing things because you want to lift people up, or you want to add value. There's something purposeful about the Knight here and the Four of Coins. You just, it's interesting because this child's on a bike and this man's on a horse, but they're moving, right? They're moving. And the chivalry, like you may open car doors, or you may just have a very, I'm trying to figure out how to explain it, pile number 3. So I'm just getting image of when you first meet someone, or this could be you're very, I don't even know what the word is. I'll just give you examples, like polite, or your mannerisms are very, you make people feel comfortable. So if someone was to come over to your house and you're a host, you just navigate everything and you make someone that you may have not met feel so comfortable. So what Spirit is telling me that you can make strangers feel at home with you within 30 seconds. You act like you've always known them, or they've always been part of your family. There's something about that you have with the Knight. The thread, okay. I'm kind of understanding what the thread is because it's under the whispers of the mother's earth. It's under the creativity. It's under the ideas, the artist, the writer, the thread. So this thread, okay, I always get with the thread, it's like the threshold. So you have a determination. There is a determination coming through with the thread. It's more of a masculine energy, even though you have a lot of Venus, I'm kind of feeling within you. But when it comes to your art here, or your creativity or your inspiration, you are dedicated to it. But I keep sensing that you help other people with the thread. If someone doesn't see that their work or some part of themselves that is very valuable or precious, this thread is where you come in and you're like, hang on, whoa. None of this nonsense. Like the thread is giving me the fact that people doubt themselves. You come in and you help people see how brilliant they are. And then we have take the lead. Exactly. You help people take the lead in terms of maybe their passions or whatever you see that is beautiful within them. Because you're so encouraging, you're so motivating, you're so, like, I keep getting these images of people in my life where I haven't known them for a long time, but I have. They'll always stay in my mind because of my first meeting with them. Just the way that they made me feel welcome and made me feel like I had potential, or I have something to offer the world, or I'm just significant. There's just something, I really wish there was a word to it. I'm not very good at putting emotions to words, but that is you. That is you. And it's interesting how those people in my life, I may not associate with them anymore, but they stay in my mind, and that's you. That is you. And have a look. A networker. Oh my God, did I say that? Did I say that at the beginning of your reading, pile number 3? Oh, that's beautiful. So that's why I like to shuffle on camera, so you guys can see that my channeling spirit likes to, I don't know, work with me, or I'm working with spirit. I know how it works, but can you see that? Enhances unity through the sharing of information. Engenders social awareness and empathy. You are a natural networker, my lovely pile number 3s. Let's have a look at your zodiac sign. We have Gemini. The energy is communicative, mischievous, lively, witty, informative. Stimulating exchange is possible. I mean, Gemini is a networker. It's an air sign. It's lively, it's witty, it's informative, it's stimulating. Very stimulating you are. Yeah, but it's interesting because with this Gemini, sometimes Geminis can be a little bit all over the place, just because they're highly mentally active. But there is something grounding about you. There's something grounding about your communication, or the way that you deal with people. It's almost like mature. It's like, oh, it's so lovely. So yeah, you're here to exchange your ideas, or maybe you write. But I definitely feel like this is through a conversation. Let's have a look at this card. Healing. Chiron. It's interesting because what was Chiron under? Well, Chiron on top of Gemini. Yeah. So your healing comes through your ability to speak well, your ability to maybe not just speak, but listen. I do sense that as well. And Gemini's are extremely curious, right? Inquisitive. So that makes people feel understood, and that makes people want to be engaged with you. And that's what makes people remember you years after meeting you. Because you heal them in some way, which is interesting. Because we have healing powers, growth, amends, release, personal development. Yeah. Wow. So you may, yeah, you're the way that you speak, or these little interactions with people, are very, very healing for other people and yourself, okay? All right, pile number 3. I know this is kind of like a short reading, but I think what I've said is very quite to the point. Let's keep going. Like, these little intuitive messages where they may be related to what makes you not like everyone else, or they just may be general messages Spirit wants to share with you right now. Whoa, look at that one pop out. I love when they pop out. I kind of want to get this one as well. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's have a look. So we have romance is all yours. I just keep, oh my God, and it's landed on romance. So you're very, like, romance. You may be, the way that you speak may be quite romantic, or it just may be very loving and not seductive. It's not seductive energy. It's more charming. Knights are charming, aren't they? So we have, as you can see, romance is all yours. So this is what makes you not like everyone else. People may fall in love with you, may fall in love with your words with the Gemini, okay? You're looking beautiful, your efforts are paying off. So yeah, I knew that you would, like this, that there's something about your style. You may like to wear really nice shoes or just look good, you know, that vibe. Like you would never go to a social gathering not well put together, okay? Say kind words, find someone in your life, a stranger, and say something positive. That's what you freaking do. With the take the lead, that's what you do, okay? What was I saying? You can say, you know the words that you need to say to people, especially strangers. Sorry, I'm just like shocked because it's exactly what I said about 5 minutes ago. So you can make strangers. You impact on people that you've never met. Well, you met them, but like you will have an impact on people that you've never met when you meet them. A soulmate connection. Okay, so this is not, I know that we have romances all yours. So I will put it out there. There may be some sort of romantic potential that wants to come in, and there may be a soulmate connection, but I'm also really sensing here with the soulmate connection in the networker. You just help people feel compatible in your energy. You're just very Libra all the way. Honestly, I really appreciate that about Libras, is that they just, at first meeting, they just know how to make you feel comfortable. It's a gift of theirs. It really is a gift out of all the star signs. So yeah, wow. I'm not going to rule it out if you haven't met someone that you're connected to, even though I feel like there's just you may have so many potential suitors that may fall in love with your energy and that could lead into something, but I don't sense that there is one particular person right here that is presenting itself loud and clear. Like, I honestly feel like you probably have like 100 suitors wanting you if you're single, or that's going to happen in the future, but I'm not going to rule it out. With the soulmate connection next to the networker, there definitely could be someone that maybe you accidentally bump into that becomes your soulmate. But yeah, they'll have to be friends with you. I do get that vibe, okay? You just they have to know how to hold themselves in social situations really, really well, because you do that. And I don't think you'll be able to handle if someone doesn't know how to be courteous and be able to host a party. You know what I mean? That's you, my loves. What a brilliant reading. I'm so grateful to be able to be in your energy. Please leave a comment if something resonated in this reading. I love to hear your feedback. If you like my style of readings, please feel free to subscribe so you guys can see my future videos. Okay, we are on to the last pile. What doesn't make you like everyone else? I keep saying it over and over again, and I'm like, oh, wait, is that it? Yeah, that's it. I get so lost in the channeling. So we're going to have a look pile number 4 of what makes you not like everyone else. And this isn't anything negative. This isn't me picking on you, or it's positive. It's me highlighting characteristics and traits about you that you need to know that are really, really special and are worth knowing, that you don't need to not have. Because I sense with this reading, the whole reason of me trying to do this topic is because I really want you to know that there are some things about you that are unique and not like everyone else. And I want to cherish that, and I want to highlight that for you. And even if you may feel at times that you're alone and you're not like, they're not accepted by other people, these traits, then I want you to know that you don't need to be accepted. So yes, I hope that made sense. Probably didn't make sense. Your pile is really interesting. Let's get straight into the channeling. Let's get straight into me telling you what cards I'm going to use. I'm going to use Tarot, Oracle, and Intuitive Messages. Okay. I'm feeling a little fragmented in your energy because I feel like I can't really get my words out. I'm feeling a little bit all over the place. I'm feeling, because it's interesting, because when I looked at the piles, when I was putting them out at first, I was like, ooh, I like this energy. I like this crystal. I like the shape. So there may be something in here for me. I was drawn to it. But there is something, like, I just feel a little bit all over the place. Like my mind can't seem to focus and say anything congruently. And I wonder if your mind or your energy is a little bit all over the place at the moment. Or there may be this energy of you feeling like a little bit at unrest with yourself. Like not completely just at peace or calm, or you know what I mean? Like there's something a bit all over the place about you. And I want to say, because this is about what makes you not like everyone else, this is a good thing. Okay, where you're probably thinking, what the hell? Oh, I don't want to be all over the place. Why am I all over the place? I don't want to be all over the place. My mind's like a box of firecrackers. But that is what makes you not like everyone else. That's what makes you amazing. That's what makes you special. And I hold that lightly, special. But you being a little bit all over the place, a little bit scattered, a little bit, it's almost like people don't know what to expect when you speak. You may shock people, you may surprise people, people may not know how to read you, or they just basically don't know what to expect. So kind of getting like a jack in a box, and people just constantly get surprised by you. And it's interesting because I am getting part of before that you may beat yourself up about this. It's like you want to become more organized, you want to become more settled, you want to become more like less ADD or something. I know I'm saying ADD lightly because that just kind of really conveys what I'm kind of trying to emphasize here. It's like energy that is maybe has trouble focusing, or just highly creative or brilliant in terms of has a lot going on within their mind. You may have a lot of interests at one time. But this is all this is amazing, and we're going to get a little bit more information about it. And it's also interesting part of before that this kind of crystal is a little bit sharper around the edges compared to the other crystals. There's something a little bit like rugged about it. It's just, you may have gone through maybe some certain situations or experiences in your life that may make you a little bit rugged around the edges, a little bit imperfect, a little bit like a little bit of a misfit, but it's beautiful. Okay, it's really beautiful. And I'm also sensing here with this crystal is that you can understand people that, okay, this is really cool channel. I really like this channel. When people are acting a certain way that may offend other people or the general population. I know I'm really having trouble verbalizing myself in your reading particularly, which is very fascinating. I think it's because of your energy. It's just like, oh, I don't even know where to go. My mind is like constantly from one thing and then it just gets moved to another thing very quickly. Like your mind is fast and it just moves constantly. But going back to what I was trying to say is that you can see someone acting in a certain way and understand why they're acting that way very quickly. And you have compassion for them. So if someone is being a total brat, this is coming up to me, I don't know why, but they're being total brat, they're annoyed. People would normally get offended by that and not really understand and maybe tell that person off. Whereas you don't take it so personally, and you can see from that person's perspective of why they're acting out in that way, which is amazing. I don't know how you know, you just know. Maybe this person is feeling a little insecure. Maybe they're feeling like they're hungry. They just want to eat something. There's something about that. You can easily, quickly see what someone else needs based on the way that they're acting, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Woo! I nearly fell off my chair. There's something a bit like I'm feeling like a little bit all over the place, but it's this is what makes you not like everyone else. This is the positive. This is positive. I'm so interested to see what your cards are. Okay, this is, oh my god, I just can see the card that's come out. You probably can see it, but I try not to look at the cards when I'm channeling, because I really want to, do you know what just came to my mind? Mad Hatter. Like the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland. You're a little bit like, you're mad, but it's brilliant. It's amazing. I know I keep saying brilliant a lot, but it just comes out. Why do you have 3, Spirit? Why do they have 3? Why do you want me to take 3? Spirit wants me to take 3 of these cards, and I'm like, I don't really want to, but just the way that they came out, can you just see that? It was like already laid out next to each other, so I'm gonna have to take it. You can see it though, can't you? Yeah. There is something pretty amazing, like in terms of your energy is a bit of like a ball of chaos, but it's just, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous chaos. It's like a Jackson Pollock painting. You know, Jackson Pollock, where he just like, you look at the painting and it's just, the way that it was made was just by paint being thrown on a canvas. That is something that you should cherish within yourself. And there's something very spontaneous and colorful, and at the same time, even though I am sensing that your attention can be like constantly firing at many different paces, which is what I'm getting, you're seriously able to read people in situations really quickly. That's coming through. You don't miss a thing. Even though you may appear to be very ADD, you still are switched on, which is kind of a contradiction. You know what I mean? Because you don't appear to be switched on, but you are. There's like a method to your madness, which I think you just need to accept, because you're colorful and you don't function like everyone else. Definitely not like everyone else. You have your unique style. And my earring, like I want an earring. Not even wearing earrings, Spirit. Why are you, like your energy is just random. Maybe you feel random. Maybe you're random at times. And people are like, what just came out of your mouth? Earring? But basically what I was trying to say was my ear was ringing. All right, I'm just getting your cards. You're also very helpful. Spirit just said you're helpful. You're helpful. Your attention's pure. What else, Spirit? This is very... Okay, so when my channels come out of left field and it's definitely random, that tells me that it is something significant. Spirit said that money is going to be made. Money is going to be made. It's almost like, because I'm kind of saying your energy is chaotic and chaos and all over the place, maybe that is where you're going to make your money. So if you're kind of feeling like you need to have your life together, you need to have order, structure, you need to be more responsible, or you need to have your thoughts in order a little bit more, or you need to come off sounding intelligent or something, that is not why you're like everyone else. Why you're not like everyone else is because of your ability to, oh my God, like embrace yourself in chaos, embrace yourself in mess, embrace yourself in how colorful and diverse and versatile you are. You're very adaptable, by the way, very, very adaptable to situations. And I think that's something that not a lot of people are. And I think you should really, really cherish that about yourself. Do we have any more? I really want more cards and more variety of cards. Let me get one of these cards. I will get more cards for you because you've got like three of the same cards. Okay, this was a random vision. I got someone giving you a present. Someone giving you a present. I don't know if they've recently given you a present or you'll be getting a present soon. That came through, okay? Sometimes my visions, for you, I'm getting everything. Anything is possible with you guys. And I want you to hold on to that. I really want you to hold on to that. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look at your cards. Let's have a look at your cards. The one. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, pile number 4. I forgot to tell you this card. Let's have a look at this card because this is the card that turned over. This card is called the Pick Me card. So when cards face upwards, when I lay them out, it just tells me that they need to be seen first. They're very important energies. And we've got Enter the Magic. Live in the now, seize the moment. Wow. So entering the magic, there is something really magical about you and your energy. And I want you to know that nothing good comes out of a energy that is sensible or organized. Well, not for you guys. For you, it's about what I kind of feel with Enter the Magic is like enter the chaos, because that's where you'll find the magic. And what you do really good at is living in the now. Seize the moment. You're really, really good at that, okay? And I'm also sensing with this, in order to enter more of your magic, focus on being in the now. Focus on loving the energy that you're in right now. Because I do sense that. I also get a sense of wonder. I get a sense of appreciation in the small things. Yeah. But also, we got magic here. I'm all about magical moments. So it's interesting how I picked this pile. And we want to go to this. So you may have some spiritual gifts just because we have the magic here. You may be very highly spiritually inclined. We want to pair it with the one though. So there is this card, okay, and it comes up in many different decks. And sometimes spirit will give me an association or a meaning to that particular card, the one. And spirit's association with this card, or just the term the one, is all about that you have a special mission with spirit. I always say it. If you ever get the one, you have a special mission by spirit. And I totally sidetracked because I was kind of saying something about chaos. Yeah, I was saying, this chaos that you're living, or you may feel in your energy at times, you may sometimes struggle with being grounded, and that's okay. But I want you to know that there is something here about like a creative, a genius. Like there is something. If people were to look at your energy and look at the way that you work, it may shock them and it may revolt them. But that's just not their style. But it's your style, possibly because you have a special mission. And there is something here that's going to come out of your craziness, your mad hatterness, your chaos. There's something beautiful and astonishing. It's going to come out of it. Yeah, I just want to keep going. So you're the one. So there's something that Spirit has chosen you to do in this lifetime, and we'll make it a little bit more information. The 10 of Wands. Oh. Okay. That was a funny noise. A 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is it's an energy of, I need to have a look at the other cards because there's so many different channels for that. The Servant. Oh, wow. Okay, for you, I need to turn them all over because I'm kind of feeling like, wow. All right. You got some pretty profound energies, pile number 4. So we have the Mountain. kind of felt like this was kind of like a mountain. Well, not a mountain, but there was just something rough about it. You're strong, by the way. Strong. To have the 10 of Wands and the mountain, it's kind of like similar energies, I find. So there is something here in your life, Pile. I'm kind of getting a little bit of your experiences that maybe you've gone through in the recent past or that you're going through right now. There is something that is meant for you that you might know already or that you might know in the future, okay? And it's like, it's going to be assigned to you, all right? And with the 10 of Wands, it's like you will almost have to do it. You have to do the mission that Spirit's giving you. And you may be like, oh, well, what's the mission? It's just something that you're called to do. Something like a purpose or something, okay, very particular that is meant for you. You'll figure it out once you kind of allow yourself to accept the chaos in your life, because I think that chaos is going to give birth to this purpose that is yours. And with the 10 of Wands, it's just telling me that you may resist this. You may resist wanting to actually climb the mountain that it takes in order to have this mission put on you. So when we're talking about the mission, it is that of the mountain, right? Because you've got to start from the bottom and you're going to climb to the top. So I think this is going to be quite a journey for you once you realize what that mission is in your life. But the 10 of Wands just tells me that you're not going to know what it is straight away. It's not like, okay, this is what I'm meant to do. You may get little bits of pieces. Like I'm getting like fragments of, oh, it's almost like Spirit's giving me, you just get little bits of your purpose or your mission that is Spirit's going to give you, okay? It's almost like the discovery of it. It's given to you in little bite sizes. And this 10 of Wands, it's almost like, how do I explain it, pile number 4? It may take you quite a bit of time before you actually decide to take on the mission. That's the energy I'm getting from the 10 of Wands. It's like, can you see this? I'm going to take it as a snake. It's like suffocating these wands. So you may be getting to a point where it's like, okay, all right, Spirit, this is my mission. I'll do it. I'll do it now. All right, the time is now. Let's just do it. Enough is enough. But it may feel like it gets to a point where you just have to surrender to it. It's just too much. It's like, okay. Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting, okay? So it's not going to be, oh, I found my purpose, let's do it. It may come after some hardship. I'm not going to lie with the 10 of Wands, okay? So you finally feel suffocated and you're like, okay, all right, I'll do it. Let go of me. And my watch just vibrated, so that's definitely, yeah, that's definitely what it means. But it's interesting because I look at this card here. We have at the right time now, do it now. Do it now. And then we've got the shapeshifter here. So, okay, we're looking at what makes you not like everyone else. Shapeshifter, that's that adaptability. Wasn't I saying? Adaptability. You shapeshift. You can shift into any sort of energy. You may be a little bit of a chameleon, you know, that lizard that can change colors, adapt to any sort of situation. It's a gift, okay? It's a freaking gift. You may be like mutable sign. Let's have a look at your house. The 12th house. 12th house, ruled by Pisces. This is the area of your life that is overwhelming. You yield to a great cause or power. And the 10 of Wands is an overwhelming energy. But what's that saying, guys? You know, with what comes with great responsibility? Wait. fuck, I am so fucked up with sayings. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's on the tip of my tongue. With power comes great responsibility. Ugh. Why did that take so long? Yeah, so that's the vibe here. 10 of Wands is that big responsibility that you're finally going to accept. And look at this, great, with the 12th house. 12th house is all about your dreams. It's like serving something bigger than yourself. And it says you yield to a greater cause or power. And that's why Spirit's here. Spirituality rules the 12th house. And when you get the 1, it's a mission from Spirit. So you also have the Servant here. Delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. Let's have a look at this card to see whether it's good and whether it's not. It is good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good with the 9th house. I'm glad that you have the 9th house. 9th house! Oh, I get such a good energy from this. I get such a good energy. So the 9th house is about truth. It's about seeking. It's about your beliefs. It's about higher education, travel, adventure. These are maybe some things that you love. But I'm also sensing with the 9th house, it's about seeking, your thirst for knowledge, your thirst to understand maybe higher concepts or philosophical matters, just with the 9th house, because I know it's ruled by Sagittarius. And you've also got the 12th house, which rules like anything freaking spiritual. So you may have some higher spiritual ideals, and there is just definitely a spiritual mission here for you. If it's not spiritual, even though I've got like you've got the 12th house, you're definitely here for a purpose with your 1. And it may come at a time where you have a wake up call in your life. That could be what the 10 of Wands is. It's like maybe the Servant is meaning 2 things here. The Servant means that you're going to serve people with the 9th house and with your mission. And yeah, it's a journey, okay, guys? You're not going to get there overnight with the mountain. The mountain takes a long time to get to the top. But the other meaning of the Servant is that you may come to a point where you're like, okay, I no longer want to serve other people. I want to lead. I want to lead. Because if you have a purpose and you are the 1, there is just this need to sort of like step into this power. And because it's next to the 10 of Wands, and we have this blue snake suffocating you, I kind of feel like this could represent a job, or this could represent something in your life that's restricting you, and it blows up in your face, and then you realize enough is enough. Okay, I'm going to take this path. All right, Spirit, I get it. You may have a number of wake up calls, or a number of just making your mistakes in life and then just trying to learn from it, and then you just realize something. The mountain does give me this vibe that it's not easy. It's not easy, but nothing great is easy, right? I am so glad you have the shapeshifter, because it does make things a lot easier. Because you can you're a lot more adaptable. You're just your energy free flowing. You can just work at your own pace. I'm also sensing that you may be you like your freedom a lot. You like your freedom. Your freedom is huge here. It's what makes you not like everyone else. The Father. Oh. Talent for creating and supporting life. Positive guiding light within a tribal unit. So you may be leading a group or a community, or just something here where you are the leader and you're positive. And it says a talent for creating and supporting life. Positive guiding light within a tribal unit. I'm just seeing this little light here in the middle of the mountain. It's like, wow. Yeah. Such an interesting energy. There is definitely you wanting more to life with that 9th house. I'm also getting teaching as well, that you could teach people with the 9th house. You may travel. You may like to travel. You may like to see new things. You like your mind to be expanded. There's definitely something about the night sky here. Look at these two people. They're looking up at all the stars in the sky. And then you've got the one, which is almost like a night sky. Wow. I want to get a few more cards. Let's get a few more cards. And then we'll get your intuitive messages. Just want to get a few more cards. I'm really interested. Okay. Okay. What? For pile number 4. Why are they not like everyone else? Okay. Ooh, you got the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, enjoying the outcome. I love it. It's almost giving me this vibe. You will get to the mountain. You'll get to the top of the mountain and you're going to enjoy some sort of outcome. It all does kind of tell me as well. Gives me travel vibes. You may travel a lot. And we have justice, honorable choices. I love it. I love it with the 10 of Wands. It's guys, you finally committed to a decision. Or there's a choice of yours that becomes something that you devote yourself with the servant as well. You could become a slave or a servant to some sort of higher cause here with the 1. That's also what it represents as well. Let's have a look at this card here. Let's have a look. It's also, can you see the green here on the Justice card? It kind of is the same color as the mountain. So it just kind of tells me that your hard work or your mission, because I definitely feel like it's a mission, will be worthwhile. Whew. What else, Spirit? Snow. Silence. Silence. Oh, we do have a number sequence as well. I'll tell you that in a second, but we have silence here, which is nice. You may need to be on your own because it's something very solitary about the silence card. There is something a little bit it's interesting because I'm kind of getting this mysterious energy from this card. Like there's something mystical about you. There's something where there's something that puzzles me with this card. I don't know what it is. I know snow doesn't usually do that, but there's something I just don't understand about that card. So that could be something that other people think about you, or there's just something that you just kind of, you may not understand. There may be something that you're trying to understand here with the 9th house. You just don't get it. But nonetheless, you're always kind of trying to figure things out. I do kind of get that vibe. Your mind is really, really active. You may even like to go to the snow, just because we do have a bit of traveling here. But I do sense with silence, you don't mind your own company as well. Silence could be very beneficial, especially to realize your mission, okay? Because when we've got loud environmental influences around us, it's hard for us to really go within ourselves and understand and reflect on our experiences and realize where it is that we're going in our life and what we want out of our life. We need a level of reflection. Wow. Ancient power, expression, activation, and scarlet codes. So it's interesting how it landed on the right time is now. There is some sort of ancient power that you do have. Could be something to do with some sort of past life, and that's why you've come here to fulfill some sort of mission with the 1. But because it landed on the right time is now, ancient power, expression, activation. So there is something that needs to be activated right now. Right now. And it's interesting because it's next to the silence card. Maybe some of you guys, if you haven't figured it out, what it is that you're here for, your mission, Spirit is definitely wanting you to seek it out with the 9th house and go within yourself with the silence, because Spirit's saying enter the magic. There is sort of ancient power that you have here to express and activate right now, because you're going to help guide people here with the Father. Could be definitely some sort of greater causal power that you are here to facilitate. Let's have a little, and my watch just vibrated. Let's have a little look at your intuitive messages. Let's see, Spirit. Oh, that was a lot. I think I'm going to go for 5. So these intuitive messages, they are going to tell me a little bit more about why you're not like everyone else. But they may just be general messages that Spirit wants you to know right now. Okay, so it's exciting. Let's have a look. We have the best year you have had in a long time. Spirit wants you to take responsibility for what's in your control, no blaming others. Okay, taking control. Yeah, of your life. That's big here. Yeah. You'll be getting a lot of attention. There is a royal effect you have on others. The importance you feel with yourself, others will come to respect. Lovely. Oh, wow. I think these are just messages for you, like general messages. Wealth is not evil. You will have financial abundance more than you can imagine. Wow. And I'm not surprised. Can you see this? Oh, can you see the 10 of Pentacles? That is someone that has more than enough money. Okay, so try to, if you have any sort of like limiting beliefs or any like negative views around money, Spirit's kind of saying it's not evil. It's okay. You're going to be looked after. You're going to be provided. You're going to be like, this mission may actually give you a lot of money, make you a lot of money. You're in demand. People will listen to what you have to say. Are you aware of your influence? Wow, look at this, guys. So you're getting a lot of attention. You're in demand. People will listen to what you have to say. So people are going to respect you. There's something here about the Father where you're like guiding, helping people. You're an influence. Don't rush into things. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. So I just kind of feel like with the mountain, you know, this isn't some sort of mission that is, I don't think it's something that you're going to rush into. I really don't think so. I think this is just part of your purpose, and it's almost like you'll end up doing this anyway, even if you decide to do it or not. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting. You know, you came in here with a specific mission, specific with the one. That's what I take with that card. And it doesn't matter if you, with the 10 of Wands or the Silence, whether you act on it tomorrow or you realize it tomorrow or you realize it in 10 years, it will come about. I don't know how it will come about, but we know that it's going to be something where you have like a little bit of a wake-up call, maybe several. It's just going to come in pieces, and then finally you're able to collect all those pieces and you see it. You see it clearly. If you feel like you're already on your, like you have a path or you have a direction in life, you have a purpose, you have a mission, that is great. I think this is just confirming that for you. So pile number 4, I hope something resonated in your reading today. If anything did, feel free to leave a comment. I always love your feedback. If you like my style of reading, feel free to subscribe for future readings. And I hope to see you there.